you go through a loss of a loved one, when you go through an injury, when you go through a career that takes a different path or being rejected, whatever it is that you're going through, I guarantee no matter how bad it is, how intense it feels, there are a million other people that have already experienced it, about to experience it, and are currently experiencing it too. And to me, that is the most hopeful ideology I can carry with me, because the moment you feel alone, like you said, then you feel desperate. Then you feel like there's no hope, and you feel like, what am I doing here? But the moment you've got brethren, the moment you've got camaraderie, equal-minded, then you can share that experience. And I'll tell you this, the more pieces you share of an experience, good and bad, the more that weight carries on more shoulders. And then all of a sudden it's light.
What is holding on when it feels like all is falling? How do I reach out when I feel I'm all alone? When I feel all alone. How do I move on when you're the one I put my trust in? All you require me is only just believe, just believe, just believe. I'm covered by your grace again. All washed up and cleansed from sin. No longer will the devil win. You've gave me victory.
Welcome to the Art of Rebounding, where setbacks become setups and your bounce back is your breakthrough. I'm your host, Harold Lefty Williams, former pro athlete, motivator, and believer in second chances. Each week, we'll dive deep into stories and strategies built on positioning, persistence, and purpose to help you rise and rebuild and reclaim your next chapter. This isn't just a regular podcast. It's your permission to rise again, but this time with purpose. Today's guest, he is my brother from another mother. All right. You get to look at Salt and Pepper today. This is amazing. This is my brother. I promise you. He does so many things. It's just, I don't even know how he even finds time to sleep. He is a martial arts specialist. He is a stunt phenom and coordinator. He is a super duper amazing motorcyclist. He like a pro racer. One of my favorites is that he is a search and rescue. His own company is called SAR Ops. Welcome to the show, Sheldon Holland, my bro.
Pleasure to be here, Lefty. Thanks for having me, sir.
No, thank you. Listen, This was important that we did this. You know, I love you. It was important that we did this because we can't talk about the art of rebounding without having someone like you on who's qualified to talk about bouncing back, who's qualified to say, hey, listen, help is on the way. In fact, I may name this episode Help is on the Way because it's really important. Can you peel back the layer a little bit of your organization and what your organization does with SAR Ops?
Absolutely. So SAR Ops stands for Search and Rescue Operations. And as you know, anytime there's a calamity, a lost hiker, like the Palisades fires, we have agencies that immediately go boots on the ground to try and save lives, save people. And there's not enough people. There's not enough volunteers. Even though there's a lot of souls that dedicate their lives and their times to help, there's still not enough. So agencies have different departments as well, whether they're firefighters putting out blazes or helping with, motor accidents. And then you have technical specialists that are rope practitioners. Someone needs to scale down a mountain to rescue a stranded climber. So there's a plethora of incidents that occur that always need helping hands from community and agencies. And that's basically what we are. We are a technical rope specialist for search and rescue wilderness, and we go and help save lives when lives are at risk. Plain and simple, no matter what the tragedy is, whether it's mudslides in Malibu, fires, or just a group of people that went hiking and weren't prepared with enough water and they become heat exhausted and lost.
So during all of the fires in LA, I know your heart was kind of like, oh man, my heart is pouring out to a lot of these people. Where was your thought process with all of that? Like, were you like, man, I really want to get involved. Is everyone okay? Or this, like, what was your process? Where were you mentally in that? Because you never know when it's like go time, correct?
Correct. You never really know, and you never know when you're needed. Okay. The biggest frustration with, per se, the Palisades fires and the Hughes fires that you're talking about is that was an outrageous burn out of control. And a lot of what we specialize in, rope rescue, technical rescue, search and rescue, wasn't applicable. That was the firefighters working Interagency, they did an amazing job. There were so many agencies and departments helping and coordinating to try and take care of that. So our heart went out to it. We wanted to be more involved. We just weren't able. We're not firefighters.
Right.
And so we became evacuation crews and traffic control.
Okay.
And it was still wonderful to be a part of it, but it's a difficult thing to sit on the sidelines while literally you watch things burn.
Literally burning out of control. Now, one of the things that that really wows me about you is that you're very daring, right? This guy here, so because of his training, this is my brother, so I can say this. He like, I just don't know how daring he is. Like, what is that when you're going down the side of the with the rope thing that you and bro was doing, where you guys got stuck? You were testing out your ropes.
Right. So you're talking about rappelling.
Rappelling. Thank you. I couldn't think of the word.
The technique we were doing was called a pick-off, where you simulate someone being stuck on a mountain, whether it's a climber or a hiker, and you rappel down halfway, rescue that individual, that victim, and then either continue rappelling down or you haul back to the top. So that's the training exercise we were doing.
What is that process like? How, like, because it's very physical. It has to be, I would imagine, very physically demanding. You know.
It is, and it's not. Think professional rock climbers.
Okay.
They're not doing one-arm pull-ups on crags and rock holds.
Right.
They're technically superior. Their body knows how to stay close to the mountain, and their whole body moves as one unit. So when you talk search and rescue, especially technical rescue, your whole team is using as one unit.
Okay.
You have people on top that are top ropers that are working mechanical advantages to help bring you back up. So you're never just on your own having to pull your own body weight up. So the technical aspect, the team camaraderie, and your own personal strength all go hand in hand to make a bad situation much, much easier and much greater result of success.
What's a mindset that you have to have going into a mission of rescuing someone? Because you don't know how to quit. Like you don't know how to say, okay, we're done. Like you guys are like, no, we have to find this person.
Right. I mean, quitting's really not an option. And unfortunately, we're not the top of the food chain. So we don't get to set forth the rule that says, all right, we're calling it a night. And I'm grateful that I don't have the authority to say that, because that would be the hardest call for me in a rescue mission situation, is having to say, we're calling it. But to answer your question, staying calm.
Okay.
Communication and staying calm is key to everything. If you panic, if you don't communicate, it all falls apart. And then more people become at risk rather than the person you're trying to save. So I'd say that's the answer. Stay calm, communicate, take orders well, give orders well.
I hope everyone's enjoying the show, but listen, I need for you to like, comment, and most importantly, subscribe to this channel. Please do it for your boy, Harold Lefty Williams. Now back to the show. Someone's listening to this right now, and you need to know that. You need to hear that. You need to stay calm. You need to understand that help is on the way, because as you just heard Sheldon, he said that we don't know how to stop. And in fact, he's grateful that he's not the one that is the one that makes the call to say, well, we're calling it a night, we're done. So you need to know that whatever situation that you're in, whatever supreme being that you believe in, you need to know that help is on the way. But you also have to look within yourself and say, I got this. You have to encourage yourself. You have to put one foot in front of the other. For someone who couldn't get out of bed this morning, it might just be, I'm going to get dressed today, right? For someone who got dressed, I'm going to go outside today. For someone who went outside, I'm just going to go to the gym today. Whatever it is, you have to find a way to begin to hold on, because help is on the way, and you'll eventually be able to rebound. Is that correct?
It's 100% correct. And you touch on a really important fashion of baby steps. Sometimes situations are so overwhelming, you can't eat the whole watermelon in one bite. You got to take little bite size. And like you say, maybe just putting one foot in front of the other is all we're capable of in that moment. And that gets us to the next step and the next step. And it's the same thing in rescue situations, in personal struggles, in family struggles. Sometimes everything's overwhelming, and you have to dissect it down to one digestible morsel.
Right.
And then you can get through it. And before you know it, you've conquered the entire thing. You're saving lives, or you're getting through whatever your hardship is. Then you're coming out the other side bigger and better for it.
So how did you know, coming back on let's take a pause from that. How did you know, because you do so much, man, like you got so much going on. You're an amazing husband, businessman. How did you know that this was kind of almost your calling, like doing search and rescue?
It's something I'd done before.
Mm-hmm.
We were hot shots for a minute in Texas Canyon, which is dropping into wildfires, helping cut fire lines. So there was always an innate ability for community to help.
Got you.
And it always seemed we had skills, we had training, we had heart and drive to do crazy things, as you pointed out. So it put us in a very, very specific category of what we're capable of doing, which turned it into a search and rescue aspect. And then we look at the need. There's a lack. Most search and rescue teams are attached to department agencies. Los Angeles Sheriff's Department has an amazing search and rescue team, Malibu Search and Rescue. They're phenomenal. They were boots on the ground, Palisades Fire. They're always saving lives. They're a small team though, as amazing as they are. We all need more help. We all need more community involvement. Pardon me. And that's where I said, you know what? We've got the team, we've got the people, we have the gear, the training, and the heart. Let's do this.
Oh, wow. Wow. Now, although this isn't a sports show, we are going to talk sports. I had the privilege and honor of teaming up with my bro in a league. What were we, 40? What was it? 40 and up league or something like that. What is it?
It was actually a D3 Calabasas and Loot League. Yeah. The age didn't matter, but there was about 65 teams.
So
yeah.
I'm in the middle of trying to get back in shape, and he's like, bro, just come on. Like, just let's go. And I'm like, it's not that easy. Like, I'm out of shape. Talk to us about what your experience was playing with me.
I mean, playing with Lefty was awesome. First of all, you're playing with a legend. His mind is sharp as can be. Even though he says he's a little out of shape, he's not. But his mind remembers everything. So he'll be coaching in the middle of the game, giving plays as if he's back in the NBA. So it was amazing. It was a great experience. We had some fun with the refs, didn't we?
We did. We did. You know, every time I touch the ball, you know, a scorer always thinks he's getting fouled. But I promise you, I had like 3 people surrounding me every time I touched the basketball. And I just had to say, look, bro, just make the right play until you get in a little bit better shape. It's like your mind says, hey, man, I could do that. And your body says, hey, man, make the right. But I had some really great games, which, you know, which was good. You know, always able to peel back that layer. So that was real fun. That was real fun. So shout out to all our teammates.
Yes.
What would you say to a person who is in a situation and they feel like they just can't do it? They feel like, I don't know if help is on the way for me. How do you translate what you do into speaking a word into their life to help them rebound? That's your camera.
So the first thing that I would say is look at the hardest thing you've ever done. No matter what it is, whether it's an injury, whether it's overcoming, you know, someone's death, whatever the hardest thing you've ever experienced in life that's in the past, you did it. You already got past that. Compare that to the hardest thing that you're claiming to be going through in the moment. And one of 2 things are going to happen. It's either going to be a lesser thing that you're going through now. That one's easy. You've already conquered something heavier and worse. So this one, you know you've got it. There's no doubt with your capabilities. The other aspect is it's not the biggest thing you've gone through. So now you have an opportunity to grow. Every moment that you're approached with the greatest thing you've gone through is an opportunity to either fold or fly. And you have to make a determination within yourself. Which do I want to do? Do I want to grow and get to a point to where this moment, which is the worst moment, becomes the benchmark for every moment in the future? Or do you want to just give up? Now, for someone like myself and a lot of people and Lefty, giving up is not an option. So we're always going to do the hard thing and stare at it and go, okay, let's break it down. If this is the hardest moment I've gone through, let's tear it apart and let's digest it one step at a time. My motto when I taught martial arts and hand-to-hand tactical and everything is do the hardest thing until it's easy, then do the next hardest thing. It's never about locking into complacency once it's easy. Once it's easy, you've got it. Put it away. Now let's take the next hardest thing. So that applies to life, relationships, athletic ability, search and rescue, anything that can come across your path that is adversity. Look at it the same way. This is the hardest thing. All right, let's tackle it till it's easy and then move on.
No, that's good. That's great. I hope you're listening because I know that Sheldon said something that would really help me. Baby steps, and it's tough, and then it gets easy, and then you're able to move on, and you just want to elevate and keep elevating. Every round goes higher and higher and higher and higher. All right, now top 5. Your Avengers, your SEAL team. They're going in. They don't know how to quit, or your SAR Ops team. They don't know how to quit. This could be either your top 5 in sports or your top 5 in life. Who's Sheldon's top 5?
It's a heavy question. That puts a lot of weight on the people I'm about to name.
Okay.
I would have to define my top 5 as not necessarily people that had an injury and overcame an injury, but more people that taught me how to overcome adversity against all odds.
Okay.
I think that would have to be the benchmark for it. Yeah, it's not really going to be in sports.
Okay.
Apologies.
Whoa, wait a second.
Yeah, I'll add one sports figure.
I did not know you would go there.
Just to stay within it. I mean, you look at the first person that comes to mind is Wim Hof. If you've ever heard of the Iceman, his ability to overcome the greatest pain he'd ever had in his life was losing his wife. And he was on the brink. If anybody doesn't know who Wim Hof is, I absolutely recommend that you research him and read his book. It is one of the most uplifting and enduring stories you could possibly have. He's a regular man who found a way to achieve what we would call the impossible.
Okay.
And as such, was able to cultivate an inner peace that defied physics, defied external temperature, and he teaches it.
Okay.
He doesn't just keep it to himself and be like, I am the guru and sorry guys. He teaches it openly, anybody that wants to. He's the one that hiked Everest in his shorts.
Oh, wow.
So definitely look into him. Wim Hof, absolutely, because he's relatable. He's relevant in our time, still alive, wonderful man. He'd have to be maybe not my number 1, but I'm just going to put the 5 out there.
Okay.
Outside of order. Wim Hof would be 1. Following Pure Heart, David Goggins. We all know him as a military, amazing man.
He talk about never giving up.
Never giving up.
That guy doesn't know how to stop.
He doesn't. He doesn't because it's all heart. He knows to get to the finish line, you've got to do all the hard things, not just one. You got to do all of them. And you got to do all of them without bitching about them, but actually just persevering with pure heart. So David Goggins always gets a shout out. I've never met the man, but he has my full respect and admiration.
Mine as well.
With what he's done. I got to go back in time. To a dead soul.
And who is
who
that?
is always remembered, Nikola Tesla.
Now, let me tell you, well, that's a whole nother episode, but I do like Nikola Tesla.
Yeah.
Yes.
And to tie it into the story and the lesson that we're learning today, he was, as they stated, a man out of time. He was a genius. He was an inventor. He had brilliance that he wanted to share with the world. All he wanted to do was share it with the world. And the world wasn't ready for him. And the nature of how he contended with that and how he dealt with that is beyond admirable, against all odds. So Nikola Tesla and all his inventions and all his adversity, he never came to fame. He's famous now. He didn't come to fame in his own time. He didn't come to wealth or accolades, you know? So Nikola Tesla absolutely gets a spot in that list. This one's a fun one. She's going to have fun with this. I don't call her my mother-in-law because I don't believe in in-laws. I love my adopted family. They're all outlaws.
Outlaws.
So that's Maya, my mother outlaw.
Okay.
Lebanese born, escaped the war, smile on her face. We call her the butterfly. She is sunshine, reincarnate in every moment.
Okay.
So you have a woman who's been through it all. Yeah. And when I mean it all, use your imagination. She's been through it all. And she's still a beacon of brave and light. I get broken up thinking about her.
Oh yeah.
That's how important and impactful this woman is in my life.
That's good. That's good. Who else you got?
I'm going to give you the one sport figure.
Okay.
All right.
Well, hold on. What number are we on?
Well, that was 4.
That's 4. So before you go there, so you're going to go sports figure, I want to piggyback off of what you said. Although I've never met your Mother Outlaw, I have met your wife, and I would say that if you're saying that about your Mother Outlaw, I would say it had to have fallen from the tree, because you have a beautiful wife who is just such a sweetheart and has always been welcoming to me and my family from day one. So yeah, I just want to shout out to the missus.
I appreciate that. And I did not put Laura on that list because she doesn't belong on a list.
Okay.
She's above it all.
Okay.
She's my counterpoint in life. So she's not on a list.
Okay. Yeah, you got it. So, okay. So go ahead to your sports person. Go ahead.
So Valentino Rossi. Okay. World phenom, MotoGP racer, multi-time champion, who is all heart, all drive, against all odds, crashes, broken bodies, deaths on the racetrack. I mean, the ability to overcome what he has done and still done for the sport and for anybody else looking to persevere in arguably is one of the most dangerous sports you can be a part of. He absolutely is always within my thoughts in my mind when I train, whether I'm on a motorcycle or not. His ability to persevere through all odds and just be a champion of life, not just of the sport, definitely will always hold a spot in my heart in everything I do.
I wanted to get my J's on camera. I just want to get my J's on camera. Sorry about that. Listen, I have a brand new book that's getting ready to come out. It's called The Art of Rebounding. It's about positioning, persistence, and purpose. It's going to change your life forever. It's going to help you bounce back, and you're going to be able to reclaim your next chapter. Join the waiting list today at theartofrebounding.com. Go ahead, continue.
That's it, baby. That's my top 5.
Listen, talk about racing. You have this photo of you on a bike and you're leaning. I don't see how you come around a corner like that without, like, is it, I thought I can do trick shots. You make it look super duper easy. You're leaning, coming around that curve. Did you ever get scared, one? And two, how fast are you actually going?
So the first question, fear. I would say crippling fear up to the point that you're on the track.
Okay.
Once you're on the track, there's no room for it. Just like anything else in a search and
like
rescue
being on
scenario.
The court or search and rescue.
Once you're in it, there's no room for fear.
Right.
Terrified beforehand, of course, because you recognize what you're about to step into. But I think fear keeps us sharp. I think fear is a necessary tool as long as you're not ruled by it. And as long as it doesn't control you, it's there to make you aware and to keep you sharp. But once you're in the mix, the fear doesn't show up.
If it's there to keep you sharp, how do you allow it to just pass by like a car that you don't know? You would just see it, you would recognize it, but you'd never go home thinking about that car unless it was a car that you want to buy. So if it's fear, how do you allow that fear to just have its own due process, and then let it go?
So a bit of that is training, being able to recognize fear for what it is, a tool. It's not the driver of that car. It's a tool to help tell you what to expect, what to be ready for. Same thing as adrenaline. It's not what drives you. It's a tool to help you accomplish the task you're about to do. So if you train yourself to recognize these emotions for what they are, they will aid you in what you're about to do rather than take over and then ruin everything that you actually want to accomplish.
Okay.
And that applies outside of a racetrack to everything else we've talked about. So by the time you're strapped onto the bike and you're about to go into a race, there's no more room for the analytics.
Right.
Now it's technical, hunt down the man in front of you, pass him and keep going. And that's the nature of it.
How fast are you coming around a curve like that?
It all depends on which bike you're on and which racetrack you're on. The easiest way to express that is your top tier pros, your Valentino Rossi, which I am nowhere near, your MotoGP group. They're leaning at about a 62-degree angle, which is insane. And they have an average track speed.
Insane.
Yeah. It's almost parallel to the ground.
Okay.
And they have an average track speed between 95 and 100 mile an hour.
Wow.
Average track speed. That includes the corners, hairpins, chicanes, you name it.
Wow. You doing some stunt things. What was that like for you?
It was exciting. It was a controlled environment. So you got to be a little more free with your capabilities.
What do you mean? Explain.
If you're in a real world scenario, you're not there to try new things. You're not there to put some combos together and see whether or not it sticks. When we do a rescue, you follow the book. You follow what you've been trained. You follow your teammates. You're not trying new things.
Right.
The stunt world is all about FAFO,
Mm-hmm.
you know? Mess around and find out. So you get the opportunity and the freedom to express yourself in a controlled environment that maybe wouldn't be entirely safe or accepted outside that environment. So the stunt world opened up the ability to see everybody else's creative genius and to put it together and watch it get edited, and you see final cuts. And it was just an amazing experience to see happen.
Mm-hmm. You started to open me up to new experiences and food, which was scary, by the way. It was scary. Not that scary. Maybe scary is the wrong word. But when I tell you, there's this, what is this we had? It was, I think you call them grape leaves, right?
The tomates. Yes, grape
the
leaves.
tomates. Thank you. And with the salmon in it and rolled up. And let me tell you, I think it's one of my favorite meals. I think it's on that list. It might be in my top 5 now. You know what I mean? What made you be so, because you're one of the most health conscious people I know. What made you, have you always been like that? And if you haven't, what made you rebound towards it?
I've always been conscientious towards the betterment of self, whether it's spiritual, intellectual, physical growth. I've always been fortunate enough to look inward and kind of dissect the nuances of what can make me better. What are my shortcomings? How can we improve upon this? And that's not a singularity in an athletic sport or a singularity in a relationship. It's a complexity of life as a whole, which would include how you sleep, how you go to work, how you dress, how you eat, how you clean, how you interact with other people, how you train. And so as you go through life scrutinizing these things, you pay attention, or at least in my situation, I pay attention, how do I feel? If I ate X, Y, and Z, how did it make me feel when I trained? Lethargic, energetic, and you slowly accumulate this encyclopedia of self and with all this information. And it invariably whittles down to what doesn't work for you. And then later, as you become an adult and as you start meeting wonderful individuals, you can compare. Oh, Lefty, this is what works for me. What works for you? And then you find out all these common denominators. And ultimately, you get a groundwork and infrastructure that says this is pretty universal to all people that care about health, longevity, peace, calm of mind. And that's kind of how it comes to be.
What's going on? I hope everyone's enjoying the podcast. Listen, I have a brand new hot honey that's getting ready to come out. That's right. You heard it right. Hot honey. Harold Lefty Williams hot honey. Listen, when flavor meets fire, legends are made. and this is what we put together. I've teamed up with Creative Fire Kiln and Kitchen, and we came up with the Honey Bee Hotness. This is amazing. Shout out to Creative Fire Kiln and Kitchen. Thank you for the opportunity to have this collab and have my own Honey Bee Hotness. For more information on this, go to honeybeehotness.com. honeybeehotness.com. Like, share, comment on this episode. Hope you're enjoying it. Now back to the show. So then you must hate when I come and raid your. I raid his cabinet. Every time I come over, I'm thinking I'm gotten some snacks and it's all healthy snacks. but I'm like, I'll take this. Yeah, I'll take that. I really appreciate you, man. I value you because we have some deep talks. Most we can't say here, but we have some deep talks, and I enjoy our conversations. I would say find someone that you could believe in, and find someone who believes in you. Find your tribe, and they might be closer to you than you think. They may be around you. You just have to keep looking. Open your eyes. Open up and be willing to try new things. Don't always want to be right. Being right will have you alone. Try your hardest to make it right. I'll say that again. Don't always want to be right. Being right will have you alone. Try to make it right. And it's a difference. That's a big difference. That's one big difference. Before we go, what is one thing that you would want the listeners to take away from this message? Out of everything that we said about help on the way or bouncing back and rebounding, what is one thing that you'd say, listen, grab this marble and hold on to it?
I think if you were to sum it down into one thing that could help everybody universally, is you're not alone. And I know that's almost a cliche that you've heard a million times over, but the breakdown of that is when you go through a loss of a loved one, when you go through an injury, when you go through a career that takes a different path or being rejected, whatever it is that you're going through, I guarantee no matter how bad it is, how intense it feels, there are a million other people that have already experienced it, about to experience it, and are currently experiencing it too. And to me, that is the most hopeful ideology I can carry with me, because the moment you feel alone, like you said, then you feel desperate, then you feel like there's no hope, and you feel like, what am I doing here? But the moment you've got brethren, the moment you've got camaraderie, equal-minded, then you can share that experience. And I'll tell you this, the more pieces you share of an experience, good and bad, the more that weight carries on more shoulders. And then all of a sudden it's light, and then it's a dialogue, and then it's a communication, and then it's a growth. That'd be my takeaway.
Man, I love it. I love it. Thank you so much for coming on with me, man. I appreciate you. You know, I value you. Listen, go get you a friend like I have. Go get you a brother like I have. And let me tell you, rebounding is not easy. It takes a lot of reflection, a lot of looking in the mirror, a lot of staring at yourself on the inside of you. But I promise you that if you do it, your future self will thank you. Your 5 years from today's self will thank you. Your 10 years from today's self will say, I'm so glad you made the decision to bounce back, to box out all the opposition, to go after your purpose, to not be afraid and not allow fear to step in and put you in a delay or put you in a holding pattern. Fear is false evidence appearing real, and you have to go after it. Do it scared, do it afraid, do it anyway. Time is of the essence. Do it now. Do it today. That's it for today's episode of The Art of Rebounding. Remember, the fall isn't what defines you. It's how you rise that writes your legacy. Whether you're rebounding from a loss, recentering your purpose, or just learning how to stand again, know this: you're not alone. You were never alone, and you were made for more. You were built to bounce back. Until next time, keep showing up, keep positioning yourself, keep pushing with purpose, because your rebound is not just coming, it's already in motion. Follow me on social media on all platforms at Lefty Williams 42. I'm always down to hear more about your comebacks. I want to hear how you were able to make it through. I promise you I do. I need you to do me a favor. Like this podcast, share this podcast, follow this podcast, subscribe to this channel. Like, share, comment, subscribe, follow. You can do it. Thanks again to my brother Sheldon and all my data dreamers out there. Remember, there's an art to rebounding, but you can do it. It doesn't take skill. It takes heart. All right. Until next time, always remember, dare to dream.